your life as every level of a streamer. You are 16 years old. Your bedroom is 11 feet wide. There's a second-hand PC on a desk your dad helped you carry up 2 flights of stairs, a webcam held in place with electrical tape, and a microphone you bought with 3 weeks of lunch money. The streaming software took 4 hours to install. The settings still aren't right. Your audio is too loud on one side. You go live anyway. 0 viewers. You talk to nobody for 47 minutes about a game you've been playing since you were 12. Your voice cracks twice. You check the viewer count every 90 seconds. At minute 34, someone joins. They watch for 8 seconds and leave. You end the stream. You sit in the dark for a while. Then you open the software again and start planning tomorrow's stream. That decision, that specific, irrational, stubborn decision to try again, is the only thing that separates you from everyone who had the same dream and let it go quietly. Level 1. The grind. The first year is an education in invisibility. You stream 4 times a week, sometimes 5. You study the analytics like a student who knows the exam is coming, but doesn't know what subject it's in. Average viewers, 0.8. Peak concurrent, 3, and one of them is your cousin who falls asleep with the tab open. You learn the language of the platform. Clips, raids, host mode, channel points. You learn that consistency matters more than quality at this stage, which is a hard lesson because you care deeply about quality and the algorithm doesn't care at all. You learn that personality is the product, not the game, not the production value. You. 6 months in, something shifts. A streamer with 400 followers raids you after a session. Their community fills your chat for 11 minutes. You handle it well. You're funny, quick, present. 20 of them follow. You remember every one of their usernames. You have 47 followers now. You tell your friends you're a streamer. Most of them don't ask follow-up questions. Level 2. The climb. Year 2. You hit 1,000 followers on a Tuesday afternoon while you're eating lunch. You screenshot it. You stare at it for longer than makes sense. 4 digits. A number that means nothing to most people and everything to you because you earned every single one through hours of talking to small rooms and treating every 12-viewer stream like it was 12,000. The community starts forming. Regulars who show up every session, who have their own jokes, their own history with your channel, their own reasons for being there at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday instead of somewhere else. You learn their names. You learn about their lives in the way you learn things in chat. Fragments, context clues, the things people say when they're talking to a screen and feel safe. You start making money. Not much. Enough to cover the subscription cost of the games you play. Then enough to upgrade the microphone. Then enough to matter. Brands start sliding into your email. Small ones. Energy drinks you've never heard of. Peripheral companies with Discord servers full of other small streamers trying to claw their way up. You take a few deals. The money feels enormous and the obligations feel small, and you tell yourself, this is just the beginning. You are right. That's the problem. Level 3. The breakthrough. It happens the way it always happens. Randomly, unfairly, on a night you almost didn't stream. You're tired. It's been a long week. You almost cancel. Instead, you go live at 11 p.m. with no plan, low energy, and something slightly unhinged in your mood that makes you funnier than usual. You do something that shouldn't work. A bit, a reaction, a moment of genuine unscripted chaos that clips perfectly and lands on the right page at the right time. By morning, it has 2 million views. Your follower count moves like a stock during an earnings call. The notifications stop being readable. Your chat becomes a river you can no longer see the bottom of. Brands that ignored your last 14 emails are suddenly very interested in your schedule. You are not prepared for this. Nobody is ever prepared for this. The streamers who say they were prepared are lying, or they've forgotten what it actually felt like to watch your entire world change resolution overnight. The next stream draws 40,000 concurrent viewers. You sit in the same chair, in the same room, with the same electrical tape webcam, and talk to a number that doesn't feel real. Your hands are steadier than you expect. Your voice is steadier than you expect. You've been practicing for this exact moment for 2 years in front of nobody. Turns out that practice was worth something. Level 4. The machine. This is where it gets complicated. Success in streaming is not a destination.
It's a treadmill that gets faster the longer you stay on it. The audience that found you during the breakthrough expects the breakthrough energy every session. The algorithm that amplified you will de-amplify you the moment your numbers dip. The brands that pay you have clauses about minimum viewer counts. The platform has a stake in your consistency that is larger and more indifferent than any stake you have in your own well-being. You start streaming more, 7 days a week, 8 hours a session. You tell yourself it's temporary, just while the momentum is hot, just until you can convert this audience into something stable. The word temporary does a lot of work in a streamer's life. The numbers hold. Your income climbs past anything you imagined when you were sitting at that second-hand desk talking to 0 viewers. You move into a better apartment, then a real setup, then a house built for content. The ring lights never turn off. The schedule never rests. You start to notice things. The regulars from year 2 are still there, but you can't see them anymore in the flood. The jokes that used to feel like genuine moments now feel like products. The community that formed around you is enormous and loving and completely unable to give you what you actually need, which is someone to talk to who doesn't know your streaming name. You hire a manager, then an editor, then a social media person, then someone to handle the brand deals. You are now a small business that produces one thing: the performance of being yourself. The performance gets better every month. The self gets harder to find. Level 5. The break. Kai Cenat went live for the last time in October 2025 at the end of Mafiathon 3. 1 million subscribers watching. Celebrity guests. The biggest streaming event of the year. Then, nothing. 9 months of silence while the internet speculated and the clips circulated and the fan pages kept posting like he might come back any minute. He posted, "I quit," in January. Said the constant broadcasting had left him creatively drained and mentally exhausted. Said he needed to step back. Said streaming needed more inspiration, and he couldn't provide it while running on empty. The response was immediate and telling. Half the internet understood completely. Half the internet acted like he owed them something. You watch all of this from your streaming chair. You understand it in a way you couldn't have explained to your 16-year-old self. The machine doesn't care that you're tired. The algorithm doesn't care that you're empty. The audience loves you in the specific way that audiences love performers, completely, genuinely, and in a way that evaporates the moment you stop performing. You take a week off. The numbers dip. You come back. Level 6. The cost. The math nobody tells you when you're starting out. The bigger the audience, the lonelier the job. You are surrounded by people who know your name, and none of them know you. The relationships that form in parasocial space are real to the people in them, and they are not nothing. The regulars who've watched for 3 years, who show up during bad streams and good ones, who feel like a community because they are one. But they can't call you. They can't meet you for coffee. They can't sit with you in a room after the stream ends and ask if you're actually okay. Your personal relationships have calcified around the streaming schedule. Friends who adapted and friends who didn't. Romantic relationships conducted in the gaps between content. Family who watches your streams to keep up with your life because your life is mostly on stream. You are 24 years old and you have built something real. A career, an audience, a platform that didn't exist 5 years ago. You have done it through genuine talent and genuine work and genuine connection with people who followed you from 47 followers to a number you stopped saying out loud because it started to feel disconnected from anything meaningful. The machine is real. The success is real. The exhaustion is real. And somewhere in the folder on your desktop where you keep the old clips, there's a recording of that first stream. 47 minutes. 0 viewers. Your voice cracking twice. The game you'd played since you were 12. You watch it sometimes, late at night when the stream is over and the chat is gone and the ring lights are finally off. You don't know exactly what you're looking for, but you know it's in there somewhere.